Welcome to the Purdue Dairy Digest. I'm Dr. Jackie Boerman. Today, Conor McCabe, a master's student from Animal Sciences at Purdue University, will be talking about his take-home messages from the Global Agenda for Sustainable Livestock Partnership meeting. The goal of the meeting was to discuss innovative approaches to sustainable livestock production from a variety of perspectives, and we'll hear what he learned.
This past week, I had the opportunity to attend the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations' 9th Annual Global Agenda on Sustainable Livestock in Manhattan, Kansas. This was the first time the event was held in the United States and brought in over 300 attendees from 22 countries, including Kenya, Vietnam, and Sweden, among others. Participants came from all sectors of livestock development, including universities, NGOs, and commercial agribusiness. The attendees present did not disappoint, which included former Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack and Donald Moore, the head of the Global Dairy Platform. Over 3.5 days of discussion, participants came together to create a framework around sustainable livestock that will be passed on to the UN General Assembly to be held next week. The theme of this meeting was around the idea of scientific innovation and how we can use examples from the U.S. to build sustainable livestock sectors around the world. One industry that was heavily represented throughout the discussion was the dairy industry. A few companies present at the forefront of dairy development include Land O'Lakes, GenX, and Elanco, who work to build capacity of dairy systems around the world. An example of some of their work in GenX, and they have been active in East and Southern Africa performing cooperative development to integrate the dairy farming as the business model. As I heard several times over the meeting, there are over 600 million individuals who live on dairy farms throughout the world, and the economic and nutrition impacts of the industry are felt throughout the value chain from producer to consumer. On the third day of my conference, I had the opportunity to take a tour of the local agriculture of Kansas, and our first stop was at a livestock trading auction where many of the international attendees had their cameras out to record a mock auction of selling a couple attendees in the sale ring. Our next stop continued on to the Biological Research Institute on the outskirts of the campus, which is a biological safety level 3 facility where they perform research on economically important diseases such as African swine fever and West Nile virus. This facility is a prelude to the new National Bio and Agro-Defense facility being built next door that will become the only building in the U.S. performing research on foot and mouth disease. Our day was finished up by visiting the local Call Hall, home to Kansas State's Dairy Bar, where we enjoyed a blueberries and cream flavored ice cream known as the popular Purple Pride. Next year's meeting will continue the discussion on sustainable livestock systems in Switzerland for the 10th annual discussion.
If you are a subscriber to the podcast, can you do us a favor and rate us in iTunes? If you're not a subscriber, become one today, and you can listen to this podcast at your own time. Thank you.